Jeannie coming to you today. You're getting this video, you're watching this video because I've either asked you or you're interested in being part of my beautiful series called Spiritual Stories Worth Sharing. And because of the coronavirus, right, nothing can be done in person. And with Zoom and with Skype, there's all these different ways to record. So I thought it would be easy if I just read through each one of the questions. I can also send them to you on email and do a little brief explanation of what I'm looking for. And then there is a whole list of these videos already shot on my YouTube channel. So Spiritual Stories Worth Sharing is a complete playlist. So this is just an overview of what it is. So if you're watching this, you already know, but let me sum it up for you. I'm looking for people who have a spiritual story worth sharing, and the criteria for that is some experience that has caused some awakening or some type of transition from maybe the shadow into the light. And they feel that they have either a process or a point of inspiration worth sharing. And it would be great if they had more detail, meaning you, as to what processes or books or tools that you utilized to help others. So the whole reason for this playlist is to inspire and motivate others to follow your courageous battle or your point of inspiration. So that's kind of what's happening. So I'm going to let you absorb that, and then I'm going to come back on because I'm going to ask each one of the questions just as I would as if I was interviewing it. And what I could do is, if you'd rather just record on your own and in your own studio, that's fine. If you do, little thing, if you use your beautiful cell phone, you can't use it this way, you have to use it this way. And the reason being, it's for editing. Otherwise, I can't use it. So if you do use that, that would be great. And then find a place for sound really matters. So if you're doing Dropbox or sending it to me, either way, we'll work it out. Okay, so I'm going to click out. I'm going to come back on and ask the question as if I was asking it in an interview, and I'll do cuts between each question. So when I get it back, I can edit it in your answers. Does that sound good? And just to give you a better idea, a work in progress with everything that we're facing right now. Okay, so I'm going to click out. I'm going to be back on and ask my 10 questions. That'll be coming up next. So thank you so much for letting me ask these questions for you today. And I'm really excited for you to share your beautiful story worth sharing. So my first question right out of the gate is, what was going on in your life? Where were you at when this experience or this event took place? My second question is, how did this event or this experience change your life? What experiences took place that really made you look at it from one perspective to the other? If you could share that, that would be phenomenal. In your own words, of course. My next question is, how did you navigate through this process? Were there tools or tips or books or processes that you learned, and have they become part of your daily practice? So I'm looking for just your way that you navigated through. I'm looking if you could share with us your timeline. Was this months, weeks, days, years? Are you still going through it? So help us understand the timeline that it took you to experience this beautiful experience worth sharing. My next question is, was there someone or something that was a point of inspiration for you? I'll give you an example. For me, learning the law of attraction was just critical in my understanding it. And then years later, Buddhism really helped play a huge part of my healing. So looking for those types of processes or inspiration that you used to get through this process. Next question is, what did this teach you about yourself when you experienced this experience? What did it teach you about yourself? Finish this sentence. If I knew then what I know now, I would have. I love asking that question. If I knew then what I know now, I would have. What is something that when I told you I wanted to do an interview with you, you were really hoping that got said? Is there something that you want to make sure that you share with others regarding your process or your experience? This would be the place to say that now. So we're getting close to wrapping up, and at this point I want to make sure I give you a chance to say something that maybe didn't get asked. So this would be a great opportunity to explain or share anything that comes to mind that you want to make sure gets on this interview and in this video. Thank you. Last question before we wrap it up and move into our rapid fire round. The question is, what is your inspirational message back out to the world? Certainly with what we're facing today, what is your inspirational message for the world? Okay, so we move into rapid fire, and rapid fire is really fun on video. This is where I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and it's not going to take long. They're usually 1 or 2 word answers. The music kicks up and we have fun by doing it. So here they are now. What is your favorite spiritual book that you would like to share with others? What is the 1 or 2 books that you want to make sure gets on this video, worth sharing? If you were going to change the world, what does the world need in order to be changed? What is your life lesson? We all come here with certain things that we feel we're learning. What do you think your life lesson is? Tell us something that you love about yourself. My last question before I say goodbye in our rapid fire. What are you doing when you're experiencing joy? Okay, there you have it. At the very end, the last thing you would do is just wrap up and say goodbye. Thank you so much for being part of this. This is just another way to help share or make you feel comfortable with the process and the questions that I'll be asking. So I will send you this video. You'll let me know if you're interested. Zoom, Skype, answer it on your own. Send me your questions or answers back. Whatever works for you. My phone's blowing up. Sorry about that. We'll see you soon. Thank you again for being open to do this interview with me. Bye for now.